All right, thanks, guys. OKC's at Philadelphia, 3:30 Eastern tip-off in South Philly. The Sixers are -3, totals 233.5. Now, the Sixers are 19-4 straight up on their home court. They're also winning 75% of their games straight up as the favorite. OKC on their side of things, well, they dropped 5 out of their last 6. They've also failed to cover in 5 out of those 6 games. Now, Nerlens Noel and Abrines are out for OKC. And when it comes to the scoring, the Thunder are 4-2 to the under in their last 6 on the road, 70% to the under when traveling. Philadelphia's 4-1 to the under in their last 5 hosting OKC, if you're into historical trends. So with all that said and done, give me Philadelphia -3, getting the job done at the Wells Fargo Center in the under 233.5 in that one. Before we go ahead and move on, I just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to the show. I got some lines and personal leans out for Saturday's NBA action. Now, right now, it is Friday around 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, so we haven't even gotten into our Friday night games yet. Right now, as I'm recording this video, we haven't even gotten into our Friday night games yet. Once again, it is 5:30 Eastern Standard Time on Friday. So all the stats that I am using are based on this time right now. All right? So get that through your head. 5:30 Eastern, Friday, right now is when I'm talking, but we have lines for Saturday's action. So before we get into that, I just want to quickly remind you to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. And with a documented record of 10-5 in my last 15 daily best plays, you're certainly costing yourself some valuable information each and every day you're not subscribed to that channel. Now, memberships begin at just $1.99 per month. There's also plenty of free content there as well. So once again, please feel free to just hit that pause button right now. Open up your browser. All you got to do is type in patreon.com/BrockPage. It'll only take a couple seconds. Link is in the description section below. And if you are a current patron of mine and you are watching me right now, I simply cannot thank you enough. You most certainly make it all worth it. And with all that said and done, let's go ahead and hop right back into some more lines of personal leans for Saturday's NBA action. All starts Eastern Standard Time, and on deck we've got Suns, Hornets, 5 o'clock Eastern tip-off in Charlotte. The Hornets are -8, totals 224.5. Crawford's questionable with a knee for Phoenix. Zellner out with a hand injury for Charlotte. Charlotte's 7th in the association in home free throw percentage, 4th in home three-point defense. And Charlotte is 5-1 straight up in their last 6, taking on Phoenix, if you're into historical trends. Now, scoring-wise, Phoenix is 8-4 to the under in their last dozen on the road, 4-1 to the under in their last 5 any location. Phoenix is also ranking 29th in offensive rebounding and 29th in defensive field goal percentage. So with all that said and done, I'm going to make the chalky play in this one. Give me Charlotte -8 in the under 224.5 in that one. Next game, Kings, Pistons. That is going to be a 7 o'clock tip-off in Detroit. The Kings are -1, totals 221. Sacramento's 5-2 against the spread in their last 7, 3-1 straight up in their last 4. The Kings rank 3rd in the association in road offensive scoring, 3rd in road field goal percentage, and 3rd in road three-point percentage. Now, Detroit's 2-5 straight up in their last 7. They rank 29th in home offensive field goal percentage on their side of things. And when it comes to the total, Sacramento's 76% to the over when traveling. Give me the Kings -1 and the over 221 in that one. Next game, Mavs, Pacers. That is going to be a 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off in Indiana. The Pacers are -6, totals 214. J.J. Barea is out for the season. Matthews questionable with a wrist. Dennis Smith questionable with an illness, all for Dallas. The Mavs are also 5-13 straight up in their last 18. They dropped 11 out of their last 13 on the road. They also ranked 25th in the NBA in road offensive field goal percentage. Now, Indiana's 15-6 straight up at home. They're 22-7 straight up as the favorite. They're also 11-5 against the spread in their last 16, taking on Dallas. And when it comes to the totals, Indiana's 71% to the under at home. Dallas 6-2 to the under in their last 8. So with all that said and done, I'm going to take the Pacers -6 and the under 214 in that one. Next game, Bucks, Magic, 7 o'clock, Orlando. Milwaukee opened 7, up to -7.5. Total opened 219.5, up to 220 and a hook. Milwaukee's 5-1 straight up in their last 6, 5-1 against the spread in that same category. Milwaukee ranks first in offensive rebounding, second in offensive scoring, and first in defensive field goal percentage allowed. Now on the Orlando side of things, they rank 27th in home offensive scoring. They've also failed to cover in 5 out of their last 7. Now scoring-wise, Orlando's 4-2 to the under in their last 6. Milwaukee's 60% to the under in their games away from home. So with all that said and done, I'm going to purchase the half a point, buy it down, and take the Milwaukee Bucks -7 and the under 220.5 in that one. Next game, Celtics at the Hawks. That's going to be a 7:30 tip-off in Atlanta. Boston open 8, down to -7.5. Total open 225 and a hook, up to 227. Now, I get that Atlanta's horrible. They're a terrible basketball team. They stink. They're the worst. But they are 4-2 against the spread in their last 6, and they rank 3rd in defending the three-pointer in the association. Now, Boston, they're 10-13 straight up away from home, and they failed to cover in 3 out of their last 4. When it comes to the scoring, 3 out of both teams' last 6 stayed under the total. So with all that said and done, I'm going to purchase the hook, buy it up, and take Atlanta +8 and the under 227 in that one. All right, next game, that is going to be Memphis taking on the Raptors, and that is going to be a 7:30 tip-off in Toronto. The Raptors are 12.5, totals 209. Now, Valanciunas is out with a thumb. Anunoby's questionable with whatever he's dealing with, and that is all for Toronto. They've also failed to cover in their last 3 straight. They're just 1-4 against the spread in their last 4, and they're covering 43% of their games on their home court. Now, Memphis on the other side, although they've been struggling, they rank first in points allowed in the NBA. And when it comes to scoring, Toronto 7-2 to the over in their last 9. So with all that said and done, I'm going to purchase the half a point, slide it up, and take Memphis +13 and the over 209 in that one. Next game, Heat at the Bulls, 8 o'clock Chicago. Miami's -2.5, totals 206 and a hook. Miami's 12-7 against the spread away from home this season. They also successfully covered the number in 2 out of their last 3. Now, Miami does have Dragic out. They also have Ellington, Johnson, and Richardson all questionable for that game. But regardless, they are taking on a Chicago team who's just 10-35 straight up overall for the season. They rank 30th in home offensive scoring. Now, total-wise, both teams are 2-1 to the over in their last 3 respectively. I'm going to purchase the hook, buy it down, and take Miami -2 and the over 206.5 in that one. All right, next game, Lakers, Rockets, 8:30 Houston. The Rockets open 8, down to 7.5. Totals 227.5, down to 226 even. Lakers are without LeBron and Rondo, although there are talks that maybe LeBron will come back early, although I think those were very soft rumors. Very soft. Not hard rumors, but soft rumors in regards to LeBron. So as of right now, LeBron and Rondo are out. The Lakers, despite that, are 2-0 straight up in their last couple of games, 4-2 straight up in their last 6. They've also successfully covered the number in 4 out of their last 6 games as well. Now, Houston on the other side, they're a little bit banged up. You got CP3 out with that hammy. Gordon's questionable with a knee. Ennis is questionable with a calf, and Capella's out with the thumb injury. So Houston banged up on their side of things. And when it comes to scoring, the Lakers are 6-1 to the under in their last 7. They rank 2nd in road defensive field goal percentage, so Lakers not too bad on the defensive side of things in spots. So with all that said and done, I'm going to purchase the half a point, buy it up, and take the Lakers +8 and the under 226 in that one. All right, next and final game for our NBA slate. It is going to be Cleveland at Denver, 10 o'clock tip-off in the Mile High City. The Nuggets open 17, down to 16.5. Total open 215 and a hook, all the way up to 218. Denver is 19-4 straight up at home, 15-8 against the spread in that same category. They rank first in defensive rebounding in the NBA. Now, Cleveland on the other side, they are banged up, and they are not winning a lot of games. They have Thompson out, Larry Nance out, Nwaba's out. And when it comes to the scoring, both teams are 3-1 to the over in their last 4 respectively. So with all that said and done, I'm going to purchase the half a point, slide it down, and take Denver -16 and the over 218 in that one. All right, let's go ahead and slide into some college basketball action. And we're going to start off with Bama at Tennessee. Let's go ahead and cue that up.